Just tons of rot. Maybe it wasn't water. Maybe it's dry rot. Just fungus. I should probably get some vinegar on it right now. Yeah, I'm gonna do that and let it dry. I want to take a moment to thank you all for your interest and comments. Slowly Sailing now has a Patreon account, so if you are enjoying the content, please consider becoming a patron. For only $5 a month, patrons can currently enjoy early access to episodes and eventually some exclusive content. Viewers can also make a donation via PayPal. There are links to both in the description below this video. Your contribution will help keep the episodes coming and help keep the project moving. Thank you very much. Having removed the propane cylinder and its associated plumbing from the boat, the next logical step was to get rid of the stove. It's an old Taylor, originally made to burn paraffin or alcohol, but modified to use propane. I don't see a future for this thing on the boat. The oven doesn't even have a burner in it. However, I removed it carefully because I have an idea that I might use the frame of it somehow to hold an electric induction cooktop and maybe even a small air fryer below in the oven space. But that's something to be figured out at a later date. At this time, I just wanted it out of the way. I found myself piling stuff on top of it, cleaning products and whatnot. It made a lot more sense to create more space for all that stuff. Oh, the steel is, this is in the way. I got the idea to use a metal taping knife in between the frame of the stove and that steel heat shield to try to ease it out. Very tight squeeze. That's the knife falling. And the oven door opening. I don't know why I tried to take it out from the top. It didn't take me long to realize that that was not the way to do this. My persistence paid off, and I managed to get it out without destroying it or any of the woodwork surrounding it. Then it was back to the rudder to finally start brushing some primer on it. The idea with this first coast being to really work it into every crevice. It was really satisfying to do this, I don't mind telling you. Probably pretty satisfying to watch, too. While waiting for the starboard side of the rudder to dry, I decided to throw a little paint on the stern post. I forgot I had to put more epoxy on there, so I had to wipe that off. But I did remember to cover up the propeller and shaft, so I get points for that, right? Anyway, another very satisfying bit of work here. Throw some fresh whitewash on this old piece of wood. It'll get sanded, and there'll be another pass of epoxy probably, and then more primer, and of course final paint at some point. So I was in the head the other day and found another exciting little project. Some more rod. And of course it's in a structural frame. Look at how soft that is. Not good. I have to take a few of these slats off and yeah, see how extensive it. First thing I'm gonna do is number these bad boys so I don't get them mixed up. Did I remember to bring a cup? No, I didn't. I'll put it over there. Don't want to drop these because I found out something very interesting about boats. I'm not sure how to explain it with known physics, but if you drop anything anywhere on a boat, it goes straight to the bilge immediately. And of course, not to a very accessible part of the bilge either. No, no. I'm glad they didn't glue these. They're strictly decorative. Well, and they might keep things from coming into the bilge, sort of. I don't know, something bigger than that. Just putting these guys on top of the water tank for now. Oh dear. Try to control the dust and stuff. I may as well unplug this while I'm at it. There's a fluorescent light fixture in here that I want to get rid of. I'll replace with an LED. I think I might be able to epoxy this back together. Get some penetrating stuff in there. But first I want to look from the outside. I got to take a measurement and try to see what's going on the other side of this thing. There are no doubt fasteners involved. Oof. Thankfully, it doesn't go up under this. That would be bad, because that is a huge piece. It's kind of structural, actually. I think what I'm going to do is take a measurement here and maybe one right up here and cut a piece of wood to just jam in here temporarily to hold this all together after I saturate it with penetrating epoxy. Well, that's really not good. I think that would be as strong as scarfing another piece in there. I suppose I could sister a piece on here. This is bent. This is steamed and bent. White oak. I don't think any of these are planks that they have to tear off. All the worm damage is below the water line. This is not below the water line. Water line's about, I don't know, it's down below my knees, actually, I think. Yeah, so let's have a look. It's somewhere right around here. I don't know if water got in here or maybe up there. It's kind of hard to say, but here's a rib line. See this one? I think it's this one. So somewhere here. It's a bit of a mystery how that got so bad. I mean, the seam is good. It's really good on the outside. I don't know if it traveled from somewhere. There's something going on there, but that hole is new and it's epoxy. That actually there's a plug in it. That's where the cat head eye bolt went through. I don't know. I'm not going to go any further with this today. It's getting late. I got to be at work at 2 a.m., so I got to try to get some sleep as soon as the yard closes and things quiet down a little bit. But, might have to sister a piece on there. But I'm going to try to solidify it first. See what that gets us. Well, I picked at it a little more and realized it was way too far gone to be saved with penetrating epoxy. So it was time to just dig out as much as I could. while trying to get an idea of how bad it was. It was pretty bad. This piece of white oak was done.
It all got between the bulkhead and the rib. It's all soft. This is bad. Dude, this is really bad.
This was very discouraging. And the more I probed and picked and pulled away rotten wood, the more worried I was that I was going to find damage to the planks or something like that. Luckily, it was just about a 3-foot section of frame. Still a mystery as to how it got so bad on its own. But that doesn't really matter. The important thing is that this has to get fixed. But first, of course, all the rotten wood has to go away before it infects the rest of the boat.